Guys, I have done a terrible, well, okay, it's not really that bad, thing. I told you that this server has 5 members. There's Tarek, Bart, MCX, and myself. But who is the secret 5th member? Well, let me introduce you to the one, the only, John. Hi everyone, welcome to the Black Library. This is a build by my good friend John that I wanted to show off in my city tour the last video, but due to time constraints I couldn't quite fit it in. So today, I'm gonna fix that. The Black Library is sort of a vault of sorts for dangerous and forbidden magics. They keep dangerous texts and, cursed items and things down here. It's really something. I can't get over the color scheme and the amount of detail in the walls and the arches. It's looking really, really nice down here. I think the most stunning feature of the Black Library is this rainbow gradient stained glass roof that John has created. John spent a really, really long time trying to get it right, and he built the entire thing mostly without commands. I think he built the entire thing with wool, and then just use commands at the end to change the different colors of wool to stained glass, because it was difficult to see otherwise. It really doesn't get the recognition it deserves for anyone who's concerned that this is called the Black Library, but where are all the books? There are indeed books. There's books down in here. There's only a few books. I imagine there aren't enough evil, dark texts in the world to really merit actual bookshelves filled with books. Plus if I'm being honest, the default bookshelves in Minecraft don't mesh with this black and red facade very well. This place is super cool. Very, very physically menacing.
I'd say it's award-winning.
12 out of 10. So today, this is going to be our project. This is part of Imajirya, the Las Vegas Strip style entertainment district of the city. You see this green spot on top. I want that to be sort of a public garden sort of structure. I want it to rise up a little in the middle here and have some water that flows down this way, off the edge of this and into the river. I think that would look really nice. Let's get started. I think it's good to start out simple, just to lay in the lines of where you want everything to go. I think bringing this up one layer is a good idea. It gives it a little bit of border, and it makes it feel very separate. Eventually we'll do some terraforming in here. Maybe there's definitely going to be a water feature in the center. Maybe some small hills and things though. Let's add in some stairs. If I've done my calculations correctly, that looks right. These 2 blocks should be the center of this side. This one, I think I can just eyeball it. That looks like the center. I think eventually we'll put fences or walls around this, but for right now, those are detail things. We'll do the detail things at the end. The more I stare at this, the more I feel like it definitely needs some sort of roof. But instead of covering everything, because the center is going to be full of trees and plants, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to put a roof over top of the plants. They need light in order to grow. So I think what I'm going to do instead is make sort of a donut-shaped roof that doesn't cover the center so the plants can still get light, but it provides a roof over the heads of people who are enjoying the greenery. Whenever you're building roofs, it means you're going to need pillars. Maybe 6. 6 feels like a good number. Does that look even? That looks pretty even. I think I did it. Nailed it. First try. The interesting part is that if I want to put a donut-shaped roof on this thing, I need these sections in the middle to be straight, and I need these sections on the sides to be straight. These corner pieces need to be built at an angle, I believe, which means it would be the best idea if our supports were also at an angle. That seems fairly angular. Yeah, it looks a little bit like modern art. Hi, I'm Astro, and welcome to my modern art installation. $10 million, please. Try as I might, I am a little addicted to symmetry. I like it when things line up, and this lines up well. Alright, let's see if we can connect all of these up into some sort of framework. Connecting up the pillars, connecting them to each other with basalt. Okay, we've got all the nice ones done. Let's see if we can connect the central area. I'm discovering, perhaps too late, that mostly what I'm doing is just following this outline on the ground. I do sort of wish I'd noticed that a little bit earlier. Why is it that these line up on this side? Oh no. Oh, I've made a mistake. I believe these are too far out. Let's try this. Yes, that looks a lot better. Alright, we have the basic shape constructed. I think it looks good. I've just remembered that if I actually want there to be some sort of water feature here, these stairs don't make a lot of sense. I think I'm going to replace them with some andesite like this. And we'll fill that in with grass. Just fill this in. Use our same fill command, fill that in. I've had a thought. What if it's not a full donut and I leave this open? Oh, I like that. I reckon we need a little bit of a bridge across here at some point. No one wants to walk all the way around. Maybe I stick the bridge here. That feels like it could be really nice and picturesque. That feels about right. I think if we're going to have a bridge here though, that it actually does need to go back to being covered again. Perfection. I think at this point it'd probably be a good idea to figure out exactly where I'm going to put things in here. Water, flowing water is always complicated. I think that looks alright. These sort of natural terraformed builds are always really difficult to get exactly the way you want them. I think I've done an okay job here. We'll see when we actually start putting things in. Let's add a few more trees. I think it'd be nice to put a tree kind of up here. And that might be all the trees we add. We might only need 3. Might try to squeeze another tree in up here. Right by the water, that seems nice. Get sort of a natural water flow pattern going here. I think opening it up a little bit to a pool at the bottom of where the water changes levels. I think that feels natural. In a lot of regular streams, you end up with these deep pools at the bottoms of, you know, small waterfalls. I'm not too focused on making things ultra realistic, but I try to keep those things in mind whenever possible, right? Doesn't hurt. This stream sways back and forth a little too much. It feels a little regular. Oh, I don't know why I worry about these things. It's probably fine. Status report. We've got the basic terraforming laid out. We've got a little bit of the structure of this little donut-shaped roof. And I think it's time to start filling in the roof part. So I know I want there to be light underneath the roof. And I'm not sure if I'd really want to hang lanterns. I think it might be better to actually have sea lanterns built into the ceiling itself. I think maybe a wood block would be good for underneath there. Maybe spruce. It's very flat. Not a big fan of that. Okay, idea 3. We're gonna fill this area with spruce. Underneath here, we will fill this with fences. Probably not spruce fences. I think dark oak might look nice. I should have done this before putting the layer of spruce on the top. We can cap it off with some oak trapdoors. What do you think? Does that look nice? I'm not sure. I don't think it looks bad. I'm gonna leave it for now. I think it's okay. This might be way too much lighting, but at least it won't be dark. Okay, I think I've got most of the sea lanterns in. Now we're gonna fill it in with fences, spruce planks, and then start on the actual roof parts. I've done this symmetrically. Jove, I think I've done it. Amazing. I thought while I'm working on this that I might talk a little bit about this district. Imajirya is an entertainment district. I think that in a lot of really large cities, there's always going to be an area that's sort of set aside for debauchery and, you know, sort of the hedonistic part of the human mind, right? And I think that those places are parts of cities that are really interesting. You know, not that they're completely necessary or even a good thing, but I think that there's a lot of interesting stories to be told in the seedy corners of your world. And I think that that's something that's important to acknowledge. Got all the fence in. It's looking pretty good. Let's cover it up with spruce. Yeah, so like I was saying, I think the entertainment districts are a necessary and important part of world building. I think that if you try too hard to stick to this idea that this is a noble city, you know, and people only do legal things, no one breaks the law, and if they do break the law, you know, the bad guys always get caught. I think that the moral gray areas are really interesting things to explore. I'll be perfectly frank with you. In my opinion, everywhere that there are lots of rules, there are going to be people who want to break the rules and people who want to twist the rules and change the rules to make their lives better and easier. And that's something that I like to explore. That's kind of what I envision this whole thing being, sort of just an experiment. See, you know, what sort of interesting stories we can tell in this world. Before all else, I'm a storyteller. I think that it's a good escape that, you know, I think a lot of people do it in a lot of different ways. Anyway, I sound like Dr. Phil, I'm sorry. Okay, we got all our spruce in. It's not beautiful, but it'll work. Let's put a roof on this thing. Considering my roof color choices, I had this idea way back in the depths of my mind that each of the buildings in Imajirya would have a different colored roof, just to really add to that whole hocus pocus circus vibe, I guess, or sort of traveling carnival. I love how everything is so brightly colored and hodgepodge. I think that's a really great thing, and I'd like to imitate a little bit of that. I also think that the main colors of this district are going to be this red and yellow. It's very apparent, and I think it's quite a fun color combination, so maybe something green or yellow. I might be a little bit stuck. I actually don't hate that. Well, I said I wanted each of the roofs to be a different color, and, well, they're sort of different colors. They've got a different trim, right? That counts. I'm gonna say that that counts. Well, it appears that my connection to the server is not good, so that's fun. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Very solid. And I hope I'm doing this right. Pretty sure I am, but you never know. Sometimes you make mistakes, and then you have to spend 3 hours rebuilding. But hey, at least my game isn't crashing anymore. I can just copy that. I'm a little bit lazy, so I need a square selection. I think my best bet is to go corner to corner here. Aha, look at that. Saved myself, like, I don't know, several minutes worth of work. Several minutes is plenty of minutes in my book. I'll take it. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I think I've made them... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Done in red. This is supposed to be yellow. Oh, but if it's supposed to be yellow... Oh, I think I can just copy this side. Oh, I'm nervous. Moment of truth. Oh, thank God. Got a couple of things to debug stick, but I didn't waste too much time. Yes, I can just copy this entire left-hand side. Oh, this is good. This is very convenient. Look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. Beautiful beyond all belief. It looks nice. It looks nice. It looks really, really nice. It's got some shape to it. I think I did the corners well. I was a little worried the corners wouldn't come out as nice, but no, I really like it. I like the shape of it. I like this opening in the center. It's nice and symmetrical. This curve on the front of the roof. It's nice and gradual. I think this is pretty beautiful, actually. I'm really proud of this. Oh man. I was insanely worried that the first building that I built while recording myself would turn out to absolute garbage. But no, I think this is working out well. It needs a little bit of detail. I'm gonna have to do some more work on it, but I think this is a good start. I think it's a really good start. Alright, cool. So I think this is where I may need to wrap things up for the day. I haven't gotten a terrible amount done, but it's taken me quite some while. We've had some technical setbacks. But thank you for joining me. I really appreciate all of your support. And yeah, I suppose I'm supposed to say like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon and all of that. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks!